So let's be completely honest here. Chelsea over the last 2 years or so have probably bought the most players out of any other team in the Premier League. And today, I am going to give you 6 players that Chelsea should sell this summer transfer window. So the first one, he has been on loan spells to Union Berlin and to Burnley. It is David Datro Fofana. David Datro Fofana, he's a forward, age 21, transfer value £12 million, and his contract expires in June 2029. I cannot see him staying there for that long. I do not think he will be there that long. But Chelsea just can't seem to sell anyone. They can buy players, but they can't sell anyone. I arguably think, I'm going to make a point here that I think a lot of careers have been ruined at Chelsea. Edouard Mendy had a future. He's now sitting in the Saudi League doing nothing. Koulibaly's wasted his career at Chelsea, again, now in the Saudi League. N'Golo Kante. Before Todd Boehly came at the club full stop, all of these players were fine. And now he's just gone some sort of tangent and started buying a load of players that he probably doesn't even know. So I think Fofana needs to go. He needs to get game time because he's not getting that at Chelsea, and he's been on a loan spell to Burnley last season, and the year before that was Union Berlin. And yeah, I just think that if he wants to be a serious footballer, he needs some game time, and he needs to just leave Chelsea full stop. And I also think Chelsea can get a bit more money if they cash in on someone like David Datro Fofana. So Armando Broja, another one who has been in and out the squad for the last 2 years, went on a loan spell last season to Fulham, and the year before that, he was fluent a tiny bit in the squad, and then season before that he was on loan at Southampton, which did him good, I'd say. He's a forward, age 22. Transfer value is £22 million, and his contract expiry is 2028. I think this guy could be a serious footballer if Chelsea sell him. I think he could be a really, really serious footballer. Honestly, I think he could be a serious footballer. And from what I've seen from Armando Broja, he ain't half a bad player. And if Chelsea sell him, he could become a serious footballer. Obviously, I'd like to see Armando Broja in the Premier League, but maybe just not at Chelsea, because he's not with the team they've got, and they're starting to get better now. They're starting to sort of revive themselves. If they sell Armando Broja, it's going to benefit both parties. So, Kepa Arrizabalaga. I have a lot of things to say. So this conundrum. He's never been the right fit for Chelsea. Last season, he played his part when Edouard Mendy went to the Saudi Pro League. What a crap name for a league. That's all I'm gonna say. That's such a bad name for a league. And yeah, I just think that Kepa, obviously, he's not got enough game time. Not that he'd wanted. over the last sort of year or so. He's gone on a loan spell to Real Madrid this season, and I've got to say, Andrei Lunin has played most of that period. Kepa Arrizabalaga hasn't made much of an impact at all, really, at Real Madrid. Hasn't done anything, didn't play in the final. Courtois played in the final. He hasn't made much of an impact at all. Went to Real Madrid to get some game time and got the opposite. So this is beneficial for Chelsea. If Chelsea sell Kepa, he is valued at £12 million and his contract expiry is June 2025, so next summer. They could either cash on him now, cash in on him now, or let him go for free next summer, where they will not get any money to get a half decent keeper. They for now have Jorge Petrovic and obviously Sanchez. But can Sanchez do it in a Chelsea kit? I'm not fully convinced. Kepa, I think, needs to go, and I think Chelsea will benefit from selling Kepa. Wesley Fofana. So, yeah. I don't really know why Chelsea bought Fofana, if I'm really honest. I haven't seen him play for Chelsea since he joined, really. Defender, £25 million. They bought him from Leicester. Contract expiry 2028. So that's like June, July 2028. It's, if he got more game time at a team like West Ham, Leicester, where he came from, Brentford maybe, or he could even go to I think he'd do good in a Tottenham shirt, if I'm being realistically honest. But yeah, Wesley Fofana, I think, needs to go and get some proper game time somewhere else, because I don't think, even if he plays all 38 games for Chelsea next season, which he's guaranteed to not play, I think it's beneficial that Chelsea sell him. He is £25 million, so if Chelsea cash in on him this summer, they can get maybe a half-decent defender. And I think Chelsea need to bolster their squad, so they need to get rid of some of this deadwood. And, selling Fofana would do that, because Fofana, let's be honest, he's a forgotten player at Chelsea. He's had his moments. Has he though? I don't even think he has. But I just think that Chelsea would benefit from selling Fofana this summer for the £25 million that he values at. So, Nicholas Jackson. I've put Nicholas Jackson on this list, and that is because he doesn't spread the butter. He doesn't do it for Chelsea. As we saw last season, he missed a lot of brilliant chances. Could have got Chelsea into a FA Cup final if he hadn't have messed about with the ball in the box. He's missed some very crucial chances. He doesn't look like he can lead the Chelsea front three. He values at £35 million. So if Chelsea can sell him for 35 million pounds, that'll be a great deal. He has been at the club just under one season. And I think he should go. I think he needs to go. If Chelsea want to be a serious club and win the Europa Conference League, in my opinion, I don't think the Europa Conference League is a serious competition. That's because I support Liverpool, and I don't expect Liverpool to get in that. But For Chelsea's expectations this season are to win the Europa Conference League, and they could maybe even win the Carabao Cup as well. But yeah, Jackson's expiry date is 2030. I cannot see him staying at the club for that long. I do not see him staying at the club for another 9-10 years. I don't see it happening because I think Chelsea would have cashed in on him way before that. And if they don't sell him this summer, they should definitely sell him next summer. I mean, he might improve. But I just don't see it happening. Mykhailo Mudryk. Now, this one, there's two sides to this one. One side still wants to give him time and still wants to see what he can prove. Another side goes, we need to sell him now, get him gone. And I agree with that side because Chelsea need to cash in on Mykhailo Mudryk while he's still at his transfer value. His transfer value is £35 million. They need to sell him. Honestly. They need to sell Mykhailo Mudryk. He's not good enough for the Premier League. Never was. And he probably never will be. He came from Shakhtar Donetsk. He was meant to sign for Arsenal. He might have been a different player in an Arsenal shirt, but Chelsea went and nicked him off of Arsenal. And they didn't really need him. They didn't need Mudryk, but they signed him anyway. And Mudryk, he doesn't fit in a Chelsea shirt. I just don't think he's good enough for Chelsea. This Euros tournament was to test whether he was good enough, whether he could do it, where he could take Ukraine to. Ukraine finished grouped. I think they finished like 4th. I think they finished bottom of the group. Not good at all. Yeah. And I think Chelsea should learn this, that, you know, they've been buying players willy-nilly for the last 2 years. And some have worked out, some haven't worked out, majority haven't worked out, and this is one of them. I just don't think Mudryk is good enough for the Premier League, and for what Chelsea are now, they're trying to get better, they're progressing, and I think they're getting just that little bit better. Pre-season will show what they are capable of, what this Chelsea side are capable of, and it will see what Chelsea are like. They have signed a couple of players though, Dewsbury Hall and Gawayu. So yeah, they have that backup, so they don't need Mudryk. Just cash in on him because you don't need him. He needs to be sold now. So yeah, they're the 6 players I think Chelsea should be selling this summer, or if not next summer, or maybe even January transfer window, but they need to sell at least 2 of those players. 3 at the least 2. But yeah, I do think Chelsea should sell at least 2 of those players. And I think they just need to get rid of some of the deadwood that's in that squad. Yeah. Yeah. If you did enjoy that video, you know what to do, which means like, subscribe, turn post notifications on, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.